One of the questions I've received several times now is, Ryan, can I build and strengthen my neck without using dumbbells, barbells, and fancy machines at a gym? And the answer is yes, no, maybe. Because literally those are the names of some of the body weight neck exercises I'm going to be showing you in this video. Two things really quick before we get started, all right? First, my name is Ryan, and this is Minus the Gym for anyone new to the channel. This is all about how I find fun and creative ways to get strong and fit without relying on a gym membership. So don't forget that subscribe button is right down below if you want to learn more. And second, you're going to need something like this to lay on for these exercises, okay? This is actually part of a slide that my daughter uses. She's a toddler, and I just removed the slide attachment and I can lay on this. But you could use anything to lay on. It could be a couch or an ottoman or a bed. Probably bed would be most common. Anything you can lay on, either face up or face down, and let your head hang off of. You'll need something like that for these exercises.
Start off by laying face up on your surface of choice. Lean back and let your head totally relax behind you so you feel a stretch in your neck. The top of your head should be pointing straight down towards the floor. Now, using the muscles of your neck, tilt your head up, bringing your chin towards your chest. What you want to do here is only engage the muscles of your neck to move your head. Your shoulders and arms should not be moving. These are called yeses because you're basically nodding your head in a yes kind of motion. At the top of each rep, what I like to do is sort of tuck my chin in towards my chest like I'm trying to give myself a double chin. This really helps in getting the full contraction at the top of the rep. With this neck exercise and any other neck exercises I show you in this video, I recommend working towards 10 reps per set before moving on and advancing by adding resistance, which I'll show you later on. As for number of sets, that's up to you, but I typically just do 1 or 2 sets of each exercise, because as you'll find out as you do these, neck exercises really don't need a lot of volume. The muscles of the neck don't take a lot to fatigue, okay? They're not used to doing this kind of exercise. So start off light with just 1 or 2 sets per exercise. For the second exercise, we will again be laying face up on our surface of choice, head tilted back, neck stretched. And when we come up, we're going to hold this position and then rotate our head side to side. First to the right, then to the middle, then to the left, and back to the middle. I like to pause each time for just a split second, and these are called no's because you're basically shaking your head side to side like you're saying no. You're just doing it slowly and in a very controlled manner. This does work the flexors of the neck, just like the yeses, but it also works the rotators. So that's why it's good to incorporate no's. You're going to work those rotator muscles as well. And for the third exercise, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to lay face up, head tilted back. But this time, when you flex to bring your neck up, you're going to tilt your head, bringing your right ear to your right shoulder and then left ear to the left shoulder. And you're going to alternate between the right and left sides. And this exercise is called maybes. You are bringing your ear towards your shoulder, so it kind of represents a shrugging motion, like you're not sure. But honestly, I think the name just sort of fit with the yes and no theme, so that's why they're called maybes. These incorporate side flexion, so again, you are working different muscles in the neck, so it's good to do your yeses, nos, and maybes, all 3. And once you can do 10 reps of all of those with ease, you can start resting a book on your forehead, as I'm doing here, to add a little bit of weight to your head as you do these exercises. Now, I want to note that I'm not lifting the book with my hands here. I'm simply holding the book in place to add just a couple pounds of resistance on my head as I do the yeses, nos, and maybes. And make sure you go light with this. Don't use a book that's too heavy. Don't start with the Oxford Dictionary or anything, because just a couple pounds can go a long way. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to lay face down on the surface. So now you are in a prone position. And we're going to do the same thing as before, only reverse. So you can see my chin is tucked, and now using the muscles of my neck, I'm going to bring my head up. Now we're doing extension instead of flexion. These are reverse yes, no, maybes. So you can do all the same exercises, the first 3 that I showed you when we were in a supine position, but now doing those motions in a prone position, to work the extensor muscles of the neck. And same as with the supine ones, you can also add resistance. You can rest your hands, if you just clasp your fingers over the back of your head. This is one way to add a little bit of resistance to this exercise. Or another thing that I do sometimes is I take one of my resistance bands, wrap them around my head, just above the ears, and then on the floor here, I'm crisscrossing them and bringing them out so they're taut. And this allows me to use resistance bands to add some resistance to my head as I do the prone or reverse yes, no, maybes. And for exercise number 5, you can sit or stand for this one. I'm sitting here on the little wood table, and put a hand up on the side of your head and then tilt your head against your hand. These are self-resisted neck side flexion. The trick here is to produce resistance with your hand, and you are working against it with your head. So let me pause it and I'll explain what I mean. Here, my hand is pushing to the left, but I'm tilting my head to the right. I like to hold this for isometric contractions, meaning you can hold it for 10 or more seconds, or you can also do reps, where you just tilt the head as hard as you can and then release, and then tilt the head and release, and perform reps like that. Also worth noting on the side flexion exercise, this is a unilateral exercise, so make sure you do the other side as well.
All right, so for those of you who are experiencing any kind of pain in your neck, or maybe you have muscular imbalances and a lot of times you're tilting your head when you talk to people and stuff, these exercises will help, all right? Especially if you do them all evenly. So you don't want to do like one side more than the other or front more than back. Do them all evenly. It'll help restore that balance in the muscles of your neck. It'll also help strengthen and tone them and even build them up a little bit. For those of you, especially the guys who are looking to widen the neck and make it look a little bigger, these exercises can do that too, to an extent. All right, it's time for me to get in my workout. So if you found this video helpful, please drop a like. That really helps me out. And make sure you stay tuned to learn more. I'll see you in the next video.